The candidates are being asked about their own connections to or impressions of an array of celebrities, and with no explanation why, at least not yet. The parlor games have begun, my friends. Everybody is trying to connect the dots between the shiny, famous names and the beleaguered rap star Diddy.
Diddy's crew just let loose some leaked tapes of Lauren London, and it's crazy. People are buzzing, saying she might have had something to do with Nipsey Hussle's death. Yep, the streets are talking, and it's getting real messy. Some are even claiming Lauren snitched on Nipsey, her own baby daddy. Now here's the kicker. Folks are whispering that this whole thing might have been a setup from the jump. And finally, the truth is bubbling to the surface. If you've been watching the drama unfold in Hollywood lately, then this won't shock you too much. There's been chatter about wild tapes getting passed around, allegedly showing a bunch of A-listers tangled up in Diddy's dirty business. And no, we're not talking about harmless party vids. This stuff, way more twisted. We're talking secret dealings, shady business moves, and freaky after-hours chaos that'll leave you speechless. Word is, half of these celebs had no idea they were even being filmed. Industry vets like Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal have been screaming from the rooftops for years, warning everyone that the day would come when these tapes hit the light.
I here and told y'all there was activity on the darknet. Videos were being distributed and were going to be sold for profit because the diddler needs the money. Did I not say that? Right here.
And now, it looks like that day is here. Now that Diddy's trial is officially underway, it's like the floodgates just burst open. Pure chaos. Every day, more big names are getting dragged into the mess. Celebs are being tied to not just his alleged crimes, but his secret freak lifestyle and some real shady dealings behind the scenes. And let's be real, this ain't just about wild parties. This is about control, blackmail, and some next-level darkness.
Those people who was caught at Diddy party did not know that he had 250 tape recorders in that house. That's a big house. But he had 250 tape recorders.
Here's what's got people shook. Most of these stars being called out aren't denying they showed up to Diddy's parties. Nope. They admit they pulled up to the mansions, the yachts, the VIP lounges, but what they are denying, sticking around once things got freaky, they're saying, nah, I bounced before it got weird. But come on, if you know a place is sketchy and you still keep showing up, people start wondering, were you really just a guest or were you part of it? And then boom, day one of jury selection, and guess whose name pops up? Lauren London. Yeah, for real. Right alongside names like Kanye West and Cassie. Jurors were even asked if they recognized her. That lit the internet on fire. Now people are scrambling for answers. Why is Lauren being mentioned at all? What's the connection? The old rumors about Nipsey Hussle's death are crawling back to the surface, and folks are asking, was she really standing by Nipsey like everyone thought? Or was she playing both sides the whole time? Did she know more than she ever let on? Was she just in the wrong place at the wrong time, or was it something deeper? The streets want to know, and this trial might finally spill it all. Let's get to the real core of this whole twisted story, because the streets ain't buying that Nipsey Hussle's death was just some random act of violence. Nah, now folks are saying this was a planned hit, a straight-up power move by people who felt threatened by how fast Nipsey was rising. Nipsey wasn't just another rapper out here chasing clout. He was moving like a boss. Word is he was refusing to bow down to the big industry gatekeepers. He had his own money, his own moves, and a whole community behind him. He wasn't following their rules, he was writing his own, and to certain people in high places, that kind of power is dangerous. They don't like that. They want control. And here's where it gets even wilder. Right after Diddy got arrested, things started falling apart. The stories started leaking. The whispers turned into full-on accusations. Now there are claims flying around that Diddy might have allegedly ordered the hit on Nipsey himself. Let's not forget how it all went down. Nipsey was just 33 years old, gunned down in broad daylight right outside his Marathon store on March 31st, 2019. That wasn't random. He got hit at least 10 times. It was brutal. Sure, Eric Holder got arrested, and yeah, he's now doing 60 years, but people on the block been saying for years that Eric, he was just the one who pulled the trigger. The real mastermind, still out there, untouched. This ain't just about one man getting caught. This is about a whole system that might have wanted Nipsey gone. Somebody powerful had to be pulling strings behind the scenes. And that's when Diddy's name starts popping up heavy. Jaguar Wright har varit på allvar om detta, rakt på sak och säger att Diddy påstår att ha vetat mer än han låtit fram. But wait, it gets even crazier. The word now is that Diddy didn't move solo. He might have had someone on the inside feeding him info straight from Nipsey's camp. Someone who wouldn't raise eyebrows, someone Nipsey trusted. And guess who folks are looking at now? Lauren London. That changes everything. If you start looking at the whole situation with that lens, the story starts flipping in real time. People ain't just seeing Lauren as Nipsey's girl anymore. Now they're wondering if she was more like a planted piece in a bigger game. Could she have been the one reporting back to Diddy, watching Nipsey's every move? Some folks are saying she was there to keep him in line, maybe even steer his decisions without him realizing. This ain't just gossip either. The street's been whispering about Lauren and Diddy having a real close connection for a minute, way closer than folks ever knew. And now, with all these names dropping during the trial and all these secrets getting dragged into the light, people are starting to connect dots that were right in front of us the whole time. Was Lauren really just his girl? Or was she playing a whole different role in a setup way big, way too close? That's what people are saying about Lauren and Diddy now. The street's been buzzing with speculation that she might have been one of Diddy's mules, or even one of his so-called yacht girls, just like folks been saying about Young Miami. And now, that might be why she's being called into court. The timing ain't random, and neither are the receipts that are starting to resurface. Old pics popped up again showing Lauren and Diddy looking real cozy, like way more than friendly. And the wildest part? In one of those photos, Nipsey's right there in the background, looking like the third wheel. Fans started doing double takes, asking how nobody noticed the vibe back then. Then came that interview with Angie Martinez after Nipsey's death. Lauren opened up about her grief, but things took a strange turn when she started talking about who helped her through it. She said it was Diddy who stepped in. And then she dropped a quote that had everyone shook. She said Puff told her, "Look, boo, you showed everybody what it looks like to hold a man down and love him. Now show them what it looks like when it all crumbles. That's your responsibility." Hold up. What? That don't sound like regular comfort talk. That sounds like something you say when there's way more going on behind the scenes. Fans were stunned. That line was deep, calculated, and honestly, cold. And get this, Lauren said Diddy called her Boo, the same nickname Nipsey used for her. That had everybody raising eyebrows. Like, was that a slip-up? Or was he trying to claim something? Either way, that moment hit different. And now, with everything unraveling, people are rewatching that interview with a whole new lens. Why would Diddy use a nickname that was so personal between Lauren and Nipsey? That name, Boo, was something special Nipsey used. So why would Diddy say it? Unless their bond went way deeper than anyone knew? But wait, it gets even stranger. In that same interview with Angie Martinez, Lauren dropped something that had everybody doing a double take. She said she had attended a death seminar, a whole session about grief and coping with loss, before Nipsey even passed away. Angie looked confused, and fans, they were stunned. Like, who goes to a grief seminar when everything in your life seems fine? What are the chances of that happening right before her man gets gunned down? At first, folks thought it was some sort of divine preparation, maybe just spiritual timing. But now, people are looking at it sideways. Was it a coincidence or a setup? Some are even asking, did she know something was coming? And then came another bombshell. Gene Deal, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, came forward with a claim that hit hard. He said Nipsey had asked Diddy for help crafting Victory Lap. Nipsey wanted it to feel like Biggie's legendary Life After Death album. That was the vision. Same legacy, same impact. Now let that sink in. Biggie's Life After Death came out right after he was killed. And now you've got Nipsey aiming for the same energy, linking up with Diddy, and then getting taken out not long after? The parallels are eerie, and fans are starting to question everything. Was Nipsey unknowingly setting up his own farewell? Or was someone else pulling strings behind the scenes, turning his dream into a twisted repeat of history? According to Gene Deal, that one move, bringing Diddy into the picture, might have been Nipsey's biggest mistake. Gene claims that once Diddy got involved, he didn't just help, he sunk his claws in deep. And just like that, Nipsey started spending less time grinding in the studio and more time chilling at Diddy's mansion. That's when the shift happened. Fans noticed it right away. Nipsey started looking different, drained, distant, not his usual focused self. His energy, office, his moves, shaky. People close to the culture started whispering that something wasn't right. And now, the theory spreading like wildfire is this. Diddy saw Nipsey as a threat, a smart, fearless, street-bred revolutionary who couldn't be bought or controlled. Nipsey wasn't kissing rings, playing the game, or falling in line with industry politics. And when you can't control a man like that, you take him out. But a power play like that ain't pulled off alone. Somebody had to open the door, somebody close. And a lot of people are pointing fingers straight at Lauren London. So now the million-dollar question is, what did Lauren really know? Because with these leaked tapes allegedly connecting back to Diddy's private circle and all these names being tied together, the whole picture is starting to look real different. Maybe Lauren wasn't just mourning Nipsey. Maybe she was trying to hide something that went down behind closed doors. And now that she's officially been named in court and brought into the trial, people are hoping finally the truth is about to come out. No more secrets, no more masks, just raw answers. And just like always, the internet exploded with reactions. People had a lot to say about Nipsey, Diddy, and especially Lauren. Some are saying if Nipsey had just played the game like the rest of them, bowed down, stayed quiet, and kept close to Diddy, he might still be here. But that wasn't who he was. Nip stayed solid, 10 toes down, locked in with his purpose, and walking in faith. That's why some say his time got cut short. Because real ones like him, they shake the system. The marathon continues, they say. But when Nipsey was taken out, it wasn't just the streets that mourned, it was the whole world. Then came an even wilder claim. Spiritual readers like Ida, who claim to see the underworld, have been saying Lauren allegedly had a hand in the whole thing. She wasn't supposed to be the one cashing out. She had just secured that big Puma deal. The energy? Office way off. People online are saying Diddy and Jay-Z been playing a dirty game, life swapping, and soul snatching behind the curtains. Some fans are saying Lauren's pain didn't feel real. One person wrote, "I cried harder for Nip than she did, and I never even met him." That hit a nerve. They pointed at her tribute speech, calling it cold, distant, too polished. She didn't shed a single tear, they said. Nobody's that strong when they lose their soulmate. Something don't add up. Now everyone's tuned in, feeling like the mask is slipping. Was her grief real, or was it all part of the cover? The energy's shifting fast, and people are ready to hear the real story. So, what do you think? Sound off in the comments, and if you thought this was wild, just wait till you see what's coming next.